Hello, I want to thank you for tapping in today with me here again. And I hope this message finds you well and it gives you a little bit of higher vibration and a different perspective. Now, we're going to continue on with our little series we have going here on energy. So this is going to be part 2 to energy. Now, in the first video, I said I tested the theories involving energy. I did this by moving from the principle that everything was energy. Now, I tested this theory by keeping a close eye on everything that I consumed through my 5 senses and how it made me feel afterwards. So I started this off by eating clean. So I cleaned up my diet, got rid of all the junk, and just ate really clean and organic. Then I observed how different those foods affected me. Did it give me energy? Did it make me sleepy? Did it cloud my judgment? When I listen to music, did it affect my thoughts? Did I feel good after listening to it? Was I aggressive? What TV shows, what movies I watched? By doing this, it proved to me without a shadow of a doubt, it mattered what type of energy I consumed through my senses. So come to find out, once you see how things truly are, you're able to be more comfortable in true reality. And once you have a firm grip on how energy works, you can then step into more of an evolutionary phase of why we're truly here. And that's to master energy, manipulate the energy that is around us at all time. Now let's take a deeper look into this and looking at this through the eyes of a spiritual perspective. Now, if you remember, one of the common words associated with energy, as we studied in the first video, is spirit. So this means energy and spirit are one and the exact same thing, just two different words. Energy exists without us giving it a name. Just because we give something a name doesn't mean that that is what it is. Remember that. You can have something that has two totally separate different names but mean the exact same thing. So if this is true, what is there to argue over? If I say tomato, you say tomato. We're talking about the same thing. Two different versions of the word. Some people say soda. Others say pop. You're talking about the same exact thing. Two different words. Here in the US, we say apartment. You go in Europe, they're going to say flat. Talking about the exact same thing, just two different words. Here in the US, we say we're going to go on vacation. You go in Europe, they're going to say we're going to go on a holiday. Same thing, two different meanings. Just because you're taught something doesn't mean that that name is the only thing that it exists as. It's just that, a name. So we find ourselves arguing over these titles, these words, where we're all talking about the exact same thing. So let's take a look at a few different scriptures from the Bible. But before I jump into these scriptures, I want to stress that I am not religious. Although I love searching for knowledge and wisdom, and the Bible happens to have some knowledge and wisdom in it, just as well as other books do. But I'm also aware of the fact that the Bible was put on paper. So when man puts something on paper, they tend to put their spin on it so they can benefit from it. Now, before I dive into these scriptures, that brings up a good point. If you remember in the movie what Denzel was in, The Book of Eli, do you remember the guy that he was avoiding essentially the entire movie? Remember that guy? He was going through town after town after town every day looking for one book. He was destroying cities and just going to people's houses and everything, looking for one specific book. That book was the Bible. Now, he wasn't looking for the Bible to spread the word of the Lord and this and that and uplift the people. No, he told you in that movie why he was looking for that book. He said, I want this book because this book controlled people for thousands of years. That's it. People use these things for power and control. Just a thought. So let's go ahead and get into it. In John 4:24, it says that God is spirit, and his worshipers must worship in the spirit and in truth. Now for me, that is saying, if you truly want to know God and worship him, you must know yourself. You are energy, which is spirit. And we've already addressed that spirit is energy. Same thing. So first, get in touch with your true self and not the self you think you are. Now, that way, you'll know the truth and you can worship in truth. But let's go and continue on. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own. For ye are bought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. God is within us all. But it's up to you to tap into your higher nature. Or you can stay in your lower nature, your lower mindset, which is your animal nature, your animal side, which you call just being human. Continuing on, 1 Corinthians 3:16-17. Know ye or not, or the temple of God, that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy, for the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. As I said, pay attention to everything you consume through your five senses. Because that energy, that spirit that is within you is there. It's like a hidden treasure. Imagine buying a house and 10 feet under your slab of your house is 1,000 tons of gold. You're wealthy beyond any means of your comprehension. But yeah, you'd have to tear up your house, the foundation, and dig deep. But if you do, you will discover that treasure. That's what that is inside of you. But most of us don't look for it because we don't even know it's there. We're told it's outside of us, up in the sky, up in heaven, up in the clouds. No, that energy, that essence, that spirit is within you. But it's up to you to tap into it. Now, if you choose to live in the lowest version of yourself, that is in fact your choice. I'm just here to inform you that it's never too late to change. Whether you choose to believe anything that is stated in this message is up to you. I'm not here to convert you to believe anything I say. I just want to spare the awareness of what is available to you. If you truly believe that we are all connected as I say I do, I will want nothing but the best for everyone I come in contact with. I don't like seeing people suffer and knowing that the answer to all their problems is within themselves. For a long time, I was suffering, and that suffering was relieved when I tore up my foundation. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But I can tell you that it was truly worth it. I can't navigate you on the inside of yourself, but I can navigate you to yourself. By all means, test what I say out and prove me wrong. Just remember, your thoughts are energy. So if you go into it thinking, this won't work, this is some BS, that's the exact result you're going to get. Matthew 12:37. For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. Henry Ford. Whether you think you can, you're right. Whether you think you can't, you're right. It's the same thing. All these different scriptures and sayings that they ring true. We have immense power within us all. Power, energy, spirit. These are all words, and they're all associated with the exact same thing. Don't be caught up in words. I'm not telling you something that I read in a book. I'm telling you something that I had to experiment with and test for myself. And I removed all distractions to make sure nothing clouded my judgment. Me testing what I consumed through my five senses was just, I did that on everything. I got rid of all social media. Everything. I wanted to get to that goal with no distractions, with I'll say the least amount of distractions as possible. But like I said, that's up to you. So I want to complete this one here. I'll probably do another part on this because energy, like I said, it truly is my favorite topic, hands down. But I hope you got something from this message. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. Thank you and have a good day.